Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Gentlemen, another Monday. The beats. Oh, we on fire today. Man, we got another riveting topic just waiting off to the side. So what morning back in the building. T Radio V. That's Radio in TV. Man. Gonna be an incredible show today. Listen, get to your phone lines at 855-878-4652. I know I give out the number all the time and don't take calls. How fucking crazy is that? Pardon my French. Mon frere. Anyway, I promise today I'm taking calls. So get to your phone line. My man, my engineer, Baby Teen Wolf Sr., right? will let me know who's on the line and I'm taking calls because today's topic is gonna be crazy. But as is commonplace, let me get right to it. Community empowerment. Listen, I got people. Oh no, I wanted it to go a little bit, but that's all right. It was just beautiful. I got somebody sitting in the studio right now, but before I get to him, I want to speak to who's on my call. I got somebody on the line right now. It's very important that you guys get down with what we doing after the show. Veronica Conway, holla at me. We doing this call again?
Hey, Zoe, we're doing it again.
We doing it again.
Popular demand.
Yes. So, for everybody who tuned in yesterday, it was crazy. Or last week, the Black Mastery Reloaded Boot Camp conference call that I hosted for Veronica Conway, she dropped bombs on people. Listen, we're doing it again, 2:30 today after the show. Veronica, what's the number? How do they connect with us and join this call? Because I thought it was excellent. People have been hitting me all week long. How do they get to you?
Yeah, thank you, Zoe. Yeah, we're doing it really by popular demand because people have been a really insatiable demand for figuring out this entrepreneurship game. So it's 425-440-5100. That's 425-440-5100. And the access code is 636-167#.
And what's going to happen is
167
What's going to happen is Veronica's going to text that to me, and then I'm going to tweet that number out. I'm urging you all, join the call today at 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Get at us! She's going to give you business tips, jewels, knowledge. It's crazy. If you got a business, if you're an entrepreneur, well, wait a minute. If you're a wantrepreneur trying to become an entrepreneur, she's going to show you how to get from wantrepreneur to entrepreneur. She's that good. She's that helpful. Call her. If you got a business, you want questions answered, this is the person to do it. One more time. What's the number and the access code?
Sure, it's 425-440-5100. And the access code is 636-167#.
Okay. You're going to have to say that slower with a little bit more sultry on it. One more time.
Okay.
Yes.
So the number to call if you want to get your entrepreneur on
Think
is
wait.
425.
Think satin sheets while you're saying it, and go.
It's 425
425
440
440
5100.
5100.
And the access is 636 167 pound.
167 pound. Ooh.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, goodness. We're going to see you in a minute. Thank you for reaching out again, Veronica. Appreciate you so much. We got to move quickly. I'll see you. I'll be talking to you a little bit later on today. And in the studio, we got to keep supporting. We just got to keep supporting. That's just the bottom line. My brother's in the studio. Hassan, tell them what you do and why you do it and where they can find it. Let's go.
I'm into fitness. HKM trainer, weed juice. I sell 100% natural fruit and vegetable juices. You can buy them online. I have different products: energy, recovery, immunity, detox. I offer cleanse packages, and that's it. Everything's good for the health. Everything's good for internal cleansing. You want to clean from your body from the inside out.
I need some cleansing.
Right.
I'm
Everybody
full of
needs some
shit.
cleansing.
Everybody knows it. I'm full of shit. Listen, I've been promoting black businesses, just cause for the longest. This ain't about Ferguson. This ain't about September 8th. I keep doing this. I'm not gonna stop doing this. I think we have to continue to recycle black dollars, and that's why I keep bringing these businesses to your attention. Hole in the Head DVD. An amazing story about this brother, man, who was experimented on. He recently died. I'm bringing the brother who wrote his book, who has the most intimate knowledge of this brother, into the studio. I'm bringing him into the studio next week. You gotta go to holeinthehead.com and buy the DVD, buy the book. Stop procrastinating, Black America. This is a piece of our history. This should motivate you to want to come together. I got an interesting story about coming together, and I'll share it throughout the body of the show. But please go right now, call to action, holeinthehead.com, and purchase this brother's book. Now, book and DVD. Now, my book. I got a quick video to show you right now, because I'm not playing. Show them the video. This is the final box. See these orders? They will be going out this week. But this is the final box of the Rebirth of Seeds books. You guys better try to get yours now. It's almost over. Order now. IamZoeWilliams.com. Why is it almost over? Well, tomorrow, I'm having a meeting with my editors. I'm getting 4 or 5 more chapters from my new book, The Relationship Dismount. Oh my God. That book is so ridiculous right now. I'm blown away. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to reprint The Rebirth of Seeds. We have 50 copies of this left. If you want an autographed copy, go to my website right now, IamZoeWilliams.com, and purchase your copy of this book right now. This is a self-published work that I put out on my own. If you want it, you need to get at me right now and let me know. This is no joke. It ain't gonna come back. So it's just that simple. IamZoeWilliams.com. You saw I only have 50 copies left. You saw it for yourself. I'm sending out copies tomorrow, people who have already ordered, but there's only 50 copies of that book left. So I appreciate everybody who reached out. Call to action. Support black business. Now, who else do we have online? Ramo Mart. I'm rocking one of the Ramo Mart shirts right now. Go support Ramo Mart right now. This brother's getting his thing together, man. He's doing so much stuff. I talked to him the other day. Business is going well. People are getting their orders. Everybody is happy. They looking fly, taking pictures in their shirts. Wait till y'all see his high-end stuff. Woo! Speaking of high-end, Hip Loose. Let's stop playing right now. Did you see the Bugsy Malone, Calhoun, pinstripe, fly, gangster style suit I was in last week? I was colder than a Frozen from 7-Eleven, dude. I was there, man. Y'all got to support these black businesses. Fine tailors, man. They keep it fly for you, man. It was tailor-made. That's a $1,600 suit. I was in it looking icy hot. Listen, if you want to get your suit done, go to hiploose.com. It's very important that you continue to support. Also, Urban Royalties, PharaonicDesigns.com, UrbanRoyalties.com, PharaonicDesigns.com, EasyBoyWeb.com. EasyBoy Web, what is that? Website. You need a website built? These guys are great. You need a logo? You need social network management? These guys do it all. Get at the black-owned, out of Atlanta, Easy Boy Web. Let's recycle black dollars. Now, with that said, I gotta roll. But when I come back, topics, family in the studio. We'll be back at 2.2 Zo What Morning Show. Hey, rock with that. Recycle black dollars. Now, with that said, I gotta roll.
Yo, what's up, everybody out there? This is Crazy Bone.
I am the bum Keith G.
And right now, you watching TRadioV.com.
TV and radio.
Yes. Radio and TV.
Oh, yeah. See?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, on the next episode of the Zo What Morning Show, we're going to be discussing a topic that I like to do from time to time about technology and how we interface technology and relationship. The show will be called The Relationship Password. Do you have enough trust in your relationship to give your partner the password to all of your devices and vice versa? Or do you even need to do that? The death of privacy. You know, how your iPhone is like a tracking device, right? You know, government surveillance. Facebook, does Facebook cause breakups? Does technology dumb us down? On the next Zo What Morning Show, The Relationship Password. Tune in, don't miss it, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Mondays on T Radio V. Zo What Mornings. Deuces.
Hi, we're Let's Get Digital, and you can catch us Wednesdays at 6 p.m. on TRadioV.com.
What? Why are we doing it?
I was doing it.
Now.
That was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, hold on.
Are we gonna look up?
Oh, okay, sorry.
That's my bad. I didn't realize. I'm acting, mother.
Still acting.
You did such a good job. You see what he did right there? You see what he did right there?
Nailed that one.
Yeah, you should.
Hi.
I'm acting.
I'm acting.
T Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Former DARPA director and now Google executive Regina Duggan is pushing an edible authentication microchip along with an electronic tattoo that can read your mind. No, this isn't the script of a film about a dystopian scientific dictatorship. It's trendy and cool. Duggan, who is head of advanced technology at Google-owned Motorola, told an audience at the All Things D11 conference that the company was working on a microchip inside a pill that users would swallow daily in order to obtain the superpower of having their entire bodies act as a biological authentication system for cell phones, cars, doors, and other devices.
So, this,
you guys see it?
This pill has a small chip inside of it with a switch. It also has what amounts to an inside-out potato battery. When you swallow it, the acids in your stomach serve as the electrolyte,
That's what I do.
and they power it up, and the switch goes on and off. And it creates an 18-bit ECG-like signal in your body, and essentially your entire body becomes your authentication token.
Duggan added that the chip had already been FDA approved and could be taken 30 times a day for someone's entire life without affecting their health, a seemingly dubious claim. Would you swallow a Google microchip every day simply to access your cell phone? Privacy advocates will wince at the thought, especially given Duggan's former role as head of DARPA, the Pentagon agency that many see as being at the top of the pyramid when it comes to the big brother technocracy. Indeed, when host Walt Mossberg asked Duggan about the surveillance implications, she merely laughed and told him to swallow the pill.
We can just tell that you've taken the pill. I mean, the medical
Does
application.
Google now know everything I do and everywhere I go? Because let's face it, we like you guys, but you're from Google.
Just give him some water and let him take that pill.
In addition to the edible microchip, Motorola is also working on a wearable e-tattoo that could also read a user's mind by detecting the unvocalized words in their throat. It has been known for decades that when you speak to yourself in your inner voice, your brain still sends neural spike volleys to your vocal apparatus, in a similar fashion to when you actually speak aloud, explains Extreme Tech's John Hewitt, noting that the device could also allow covert voice activation as well as being used to detect stress and emotion, because Big Brother really cares about your feelings. During the D11 conference, Duggan even predicted that if the e-tattoo was made to look cool with different artistic designs, young people will want to have it fused to their skin as an act of rebellion against their parents.
It may be true that 10 to 20-year-olds don't want to wear a watch on their wrist, but you can be sure that they'll be far more interested in wearing an electronic tattoo, if only to piss off their parents.
The edible microchip and the wearable e-tattoo are prime examples of how transhumanism is being made trendy in an effort to convince the next generation to completely sacrifice whatever privacy they have left in the name of faux rebellion, which is actually cultural conformism and convenience.
Wow, no Dr. G, so that was our relationship toolbox to set up today's topic. Today's topic. The relationship password, a deeper look into technology, privacy, trust, and intimate relationships. We all know what's going on right now in the world. Everybody got a chance to see that beautiful brown songstress, Jill Scott, naked. It's very delicious. Whoever cut into iCloud and got all of those celebrity pics, there is no privacy. Privacy is dead. And it's all because of our personal technological biographer. This telephone is now your personal biographer. This is your paper trail. It's gone now. It's dead. Every text message can be recovered, even if the phone don't work no more, even if the phone is broken. Oh, shit. Lord have mercy. Okay. Paging Dr. Corey. Oh, Lord. I'm just saying, technology now
is your footprint.
That's your footprint. It's everywhere. There's no, and for the gold digger, ask Donald Sterling. It's now the insurance policy. So if I'm dealing with you, Donald, I'm going to catch your old Jewish stupid ass tripping one day, and I'm going to record you, and then that's going to set it up for you to lose your Clipper franchise. Technology is ubiquitous and pervasive. How do we get off the grid? Right? That's what today's show is about, man. It's going to be crazy. I got questions, but before I get to the questions, I have an august panel in the building right now. Sean Collison. Brother wrote a new book. It's cold, but listen, anybody out there who's in need of child support help, the brother is a Harvard-educated mediator, right? Did I say that correctly? Harvard-educated mediator for marriages and divorces and child support issues. This is the man. If you don't know how to interface with the court system. If you don't know how to properly interface to get the proper results, some respectful results, you got to go through this dude, because he know how to talk, walk, get you through that situation. Sean Collison, he just came out with a new book called 7 Keys to Love. You got to go to Amazon.com right now, Kindle it up. Go get it right now. Sean, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, Zoe, for having me. 7 Keys to Love. Love is the answer.
Love, okay. Love is the answer.
Love is the answer.
It's that simple.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. I love it. Dr. Corey Holcomb is in the building in scrubs. I can't stand you right now.
Why did this on purpose?
Why are you in scrubs, man?
I don't know, man. Like, I ride my motorcycle. Oh, I ride a motorcycle, and I don't have a motorcycle license, so I feel like they won't pull me over if they see me in scrubs. They feel like I'm going to help somebody.
Welcome to the Dr. Corey Holcomb is in the building sitting in for Dr. G. And you already seen him earlier today. Of course, he is the founder of We Juice. He's in the building. Hassan, welcome to the show, man. You ready to get down with this?
Ready.
And famed casting director. Too many movies. She's casted everybody. Y'all know her resume. Look her up. Google her. Tracy Twinkie Bird in the building. This is about to get crazy, and I think it's important that we deal with it. Is technology the great equalizer for today's gold digger? That's number one. Yeah? You think? 855-878-4652. You know I do. I always ask these questions. Is disconnecting from technology the only real way to protect your personal information / privacy? In America, is privacy an illusion now? 855-878-4652, right? Who's going to get the new iPhone 6? And, and should we be concerned about privacy issues? What about the new Facebook Instant Messenger that they're forcing you to use if you're going to contact people on Instant Messenger via Facebook? And why are they forcing us to use it? And what are some of the pitfalls and holdbacks on that little situation regarding your privacy? I mean, it's a cold world out here right now. Has mega corporations like Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, Samsung, HTC, Twitter, Instagram, and Google, right, made government surveillance of the people a fun and enjoyable act through digital devices? You signing up to be surveilled. How about it? 855-876-4652. Somebody get at us! I'm throwing it out there right now. What's up, Sean?
I have a better issue. All right, so here it goes. Who do you think Mark Zuckerberg, what do you think their funding comes from? How do you think billionaires stay billionaires?
Go deeper.
They don't have bottom feeder friends. But here's a better issue. I challenge anyone out there who actually, when they signed up for the iPhone, I go back as far as the iPhone 1. No one read the agreement or the contract. None of y'all know what you signed. I don't care if it's 6, iPhone 30. No, everyone just wants the phone. Let me get out of here. I don't care if it's Boost Mobile, who it is. You've signed away. You've waived all your rights.
Wow.
So it's not even a matter of, do you know you're doing it? You just didn't even read the contract. Even when you download an app and you want Waze, you want these apps to, kind of cool on your phone, I'll tell you the trickiest one was the screensaver. You downloaded this really nice screensaver of your favorite car. Next thing you know, everyone knows where you are. There's another one, the flashlight. The flashlight, when you accept the terms, you accept to install it, you've allowed that company. The only reason you got it free, you didn't really get it free. You donated all your information in your phone.
Well, the phone is now doing the work of what a private investigator used to do back in the day. Corey, speak to that, bro.
No, so what I want to say is, are people just dumb, or are villains allowed to do their thing? Because they won't let a certain class of people have this type of information.
Who is they?
The brothers and sisters, if you ask me, because we at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to rights in this country. So what I'm saying is, they have this stuff, and a lot of people don't read their rights. But why are they allowed to be pimped like that when there are things that happen in this country where the government will intervene?
Wow. Twinkie?
Well, I've recently been Googled.
Have you?
Now that I'm dating and out there,
Somebody
I've started my dating
done
chronicles.
looked up your resume,
Yes,
huh?
prior to the second date, I was Googled, and I was put off a bit.
Was there a change in his behavior after he Googled you?
Well, there were a lot of questions about what it is that I actually do for a living and what is that like, and the whole conversation became about my career, as opposed to finding some other way to communicate so that we can actually, find a commonality and use personality. And so for me, it just stopped everything in its tracks, and I was shocked. I was taken aback.
I'm gonna ask everybody, starting with you,
Mm-hmm.
regarding technology, intimacy, and trust. Would you trust your partner enough to give him all of the passwords to your devices and vice versa?
Okay, good question. And whenever I say good question, good question. But
Do you have something to hide, Twinkie?
No,
I feel hiding.
I don't require it though. If he really wants it, he can have it, but I don't require it.
Good.
And if I require it, that means to me, I feel like that means I don't trust. I don't want it. I'm not interested in having your codes.
But doesn't technology in and of itself isolate and insulate us and make us less trusting? Because this is my profile, this is my device, this is my stuff.
That's true.
Go ahead.
Well, when it comes to giving out passwords or anything like that, that's not something somebody should ask for. That's something somebody should be given. Because I will tell somebody, if I haven't given it to you, that means we haven't gotten there. And wherever there is, I can't define that, but I haven't given it to you, so we just know we're not there yet.
Wow.
And that's not mean, that's just straight up.
We ain't there. So listen, we'll be right back, and the rest of our panel, Hassan and Sean, will answer that question. And guess what? On Twitter, I'm reading off your responses. Listen, do you trust your partner enough to give him your password and vice versa? Tweet me right now at Zoe Williams. And again, I gotta say this. Last 50 copies. Don't play yourself. I am Zoe Williams. Order it right now. I'll be back. Holla!
Yeah.
Can I see your phone?
Yeah, sure. Check this out. It's a white iPhone 5. Nothing special. You can get you one too.
Let's play a game. If I win, I get a back massage.
If I win, I'm going through your phone.
Well, you're all screwed.
Hey, what's up? I am Scott.
And I am Ken. We are not the Chemical Brothers, but we are the Crystal Method. And you are watching T Radio V.
Brad is actually here right now.
I don't have the white disease.
Whoa!
Give me I want to see like some tiny intro. Give me some boom. Give me some boom, bro. This is gonna make us money.
Ask Robert who his favorite celebrity animals are. Okay. His animal lovers.
All right, everybody whip your out. Everybody whip it out. We'll be right back.
See, now it's...
Let's do a couple things. Ready?
Action.
Oh, monsters! Monsters!
You.
Oh, that means me.
It's gonna take the Unreal Mind.
To be honest with you, I like being down there a little more because my head was...
Candy corn monsters, boom!
Hi, I'm Kristen Renton, and I don't know what I'm saying. This one's World Animal Days.
Right, here we go. Oh, I'll just...
It's on a real wall.
I mean, unless you fake it. I had a contest on night calls, and they were all peeing everywhere. Everyone's like, can I get another Diet Coke? Yeah.
We want to do more.
Welcome to Big Mama Nature's house.
There's a war! Yeah. Let's have debris all over him. That's a bad man.
Badass, man.
Woo!
Our chairs are damp.
The chairs are wet.
Our chairs
Ron.
are slightly damp.
I'm gonna have to use that in the scene.
This is just like Apocalypse Now. So this is a good idea to light a torch near a highly flammable costume, mainly around my crotch area.
We're gonna get cut out, yeah. It's just gonna be cuts of Jean-Claude. They'll like pause them with loud music over it.
What are the chances of a dangerous animal in this island? 0. So just count.
Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
The internet has been simmering lately over privacy concerns surrounding Facebook's Messenger app, which will soon become the only way mobile users can send and receive messages on the social network. Some users were notified Wednesday that they could no longer see or send messages unless they downloaded the app, and more users will get the same message in the weeks and months to come. But amid the forced adoption of Messenger, some bloggers have cried foul over seemingly draconian permissions required for users of the Android version of the app.
Facebook Messenger thing. It's invading your privacy because it can take pictures and videos and record your audio without your confirmation. And I decided to just look around and see what else did that. And I got a few things to show you. If I can get it to pull up. Okay, the clock. Basic clock came on the phone. I didn't do anything to it. It can record your audio without your confirmation. Same thing that Facebook thing does.
Have you seen the Facebook's Pulse feature? Pulse provides statistical trends among universities down to minute details such as percentages of females with conservative views, the student body's top 10 movies, and percentage of students who have read Catcher in the Rye. The so-called privacy policy goes on to say that they may share your information with third parties, including responsible companies with which they have a relationship. Can you think of any marketing group who would pass up buying such valid yet easily collected statistics such as these and others? So maybe they're using us. But is there more? The first venture capital money, totaled at $500,000, came to the Facebook from venture capitalist Peter Thiel, founder and former CEO of PayPal. He also serves on the board of radical conservative group Vanguard PAC. Further funding came in the form of $12.7 million from venture capital firm Excel Partners.
Here, social networks. My legal career has been based on figuring out the social and legal impact that technologies have on individuals. For example, I chaired the Federal Advisory Commission to the Human Genome Project, where privacy issues abounded. Could you be discriminated against because of your genetic predisposition to later disease? And then along came social networks, which affect even more people, where people were being denied jobs, denied insurance, relationships were breaking up based on information that people were posting that they thought was private.
So, is this another example of where things just go into a cloud? I mean, all you are is a contractor that spent $300 or $400 million. No. So it goes to some amorphous cloud, and then it comes back from down on high. Who wrote that?
I'm not clear as to who wrote that.
Do you let me ask it this way: do you think that should be in the? Do you think that should be a requirement to sign up for Obamacare? That you give up any reasonable expectation of privacy?
Sir, that is not my jurisdiction.
You're a U.S. citizen.
Statement one way or the other.
Well, I'll answer. I don't think it should be.
You go back to the foxhole when they was talking about Obama. He was even the president. I was like, that's the company, man.
So you give up your privacy when you sign up for Obamacare. Listen, man, it's an illusion.
What? Don't even get me started. Okay, now wait a minute.
You got information.
No, let me give you the real. Okay, you want the real?
Please don't sugarcoat
okay, the real.
brother.
Do not sugarcoat it, Sean.
Break it down.
Go back to New York.
I'm gonna break it. This is gonna be Brooklyn.
Get back to Brooklyn.
Now I'm the author
BK
of
all
7 Keys to Love, and I'm gonna tell you, love is the answer to all because love is organic. So what I think about this whole thing, so when we tried to sign up for the Obamacare, I thought that the Republicans were making one big mess out of dogging Obama, Holder, and the rest of them. So I was saying, basically, I'm going to give this insurance the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to try to sign up. I got to be honest with you, man.
Yep.
The Republicans, 1 point for the Republicans, and I'm going to say that shots from the half-court line at the buzzer.
Wow.
It was horrific. Not only was it horrific, the customer service was atrocious. It was almost like they should have just hired bots and they would have done better. So if you ever are in a position where you would rather speak to a computer, I'm just telling you, if you but I'm doing this from experience. I'm not basing it off of anything else. I'm just going off of experience. I'm a victim.
Listen, we've got Dr. Tom Keenan on the line. Now, this brother combines a rich technical background with a lively interest in the social implications of technology. He is a popular professor at the University of Calgary. I ain't gonna go into his whole bio. The dude is well accomplished. He could speak to this subject ad infinitum. Please welcome Brother Tom Keenan to the show. Dr. Tom!
How you doing, guys?
Yeah, oh, hey, how you doing? Let me ask you, is technology dead? You tell me. I mean,
I'm Dr. Future.
Dr. Future is what he's called.
Twitter, I'm Dr. Future.
On Twitter, he's Dr. Future. Follow him right now. Everybody who's listening right now, at Dr. Future. Listen, Dr. Future, is privacy dead? Should we just give up on it? Is it over?
The more famous you are, the less you have. And I made some interesting discoveries. You know those leaked photographs that everybody was looking at about a week ago, Jennifer Lawrence and all that?
Yeah.
They had some booby traps. They had booby traps for Jennifer Lawrence because some of the celebrities actually, because of the way those photos were uploaded, they had a creepy side effect. They had the exact location where they were taken. So stalkers are out there looking at those things, learning things they shouldn't do, and that's kind of creepy.
So you're telling me that whenever you take the photos, if the location device on your cell phone or iPad or whatever you're taking, if that's on, somebody can actually know exactly where you are in that moment?
So here's how it actually works. If you upload that photo to Facebook or to Twitter, it strips off the location. The reason these photos are special is that they were just put up into the iCloud and none of that was stripped off. But I got to warn you, if you just email a picture of something to somebody and you don't strip off that data, you might be giving away your location.
Wow. Holy crap. Wow. So how do we get off the grid, so to speak? Is it possible?
Right. No.
You probably don't want to totally get off the grid, but I've got a whole chapter in my book on good ways to kind of throw people off your digital scent. It starts with your email. So if you have only one email address, you're probably making a mistake. If you use that for your work, for your fun, for your porn subscriptions, whatever, you're in trouble. You should have many different email addresses. So go out there and create a bunch of them right now.
Wow. Can I ask another question really quickly? And my panel, they have questions for you too, but I need one more question. Is the government actively watching us through these devices?
There is no question that they're watching some of us. And we did actually hear a speech by the then head of the NSA who said, we don't really care what you do. We only need your data so we can look for the people who have unusual behavior. Like, we need to know if two guys from Chechnya are living in Boston, how often do they call home? Things like that. Well, I don't buy that. I think the government is keenly interested in what we're doing, and you give out information about yourself at your peril.
Wow. This is heavy.
This is
Corey Holcomb has a question.
I want to ask him a question. Do you think that these invasions that the government doing like in Iraq and everything is to set up infrastructure so they can watch those people? That's what it's really about?
Ooh, that's
I think they definitely are collecting that information on you, and if they ever want to turn it around, like we never know who's going to be, running the government 1 year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. That information never goes away. If you do something as innocent as tell your birthday when you shouldn't be telling your birthday, you're giving up some information that can allow you to be tracked. So I told people, have a lot of birthdays. I get birthday greetings from different websites just about every month of the year.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. I've been doing that. Okay, I have a question for you, Dr. Future. I've been doing that. I have 50 million different years.
At Dr. Future on Twitter. Let's get him right.
Dr. Future, you were talking about where your pictures are and how to then strip that information off of the photo before you upload it. How do you do that?
If you put the photo up on Facebook or Twitter or any of the big services like that, that will strip it off. The other thing, as your partner there suggested, you can turn it off on the phone. Just turn off the location data. You don't really need to know you're standing at the Grand Canyon. It's obvious you're standing at the Grand Canyon. You don't want to know where that office party photo was taken. You probably want to delete that photo and not know exactly which couch it was taken on, right?
Right.
Wow.
Right. Wow. Okay. Good point.
So let me ask you, Dr. Future, do you have a book or a website, or how do people connect to you and get this reservoir of information that you have access to?
I'm glad you asked. I have a brand new book that just came out called Techno Creep, all one word, and it's available online, it's available in bookstores, and it also has a companion website, technocreep.com. So on there I make blog postings to keep things up to date, and as I said, that book will give you a pretty good head start in defending your digital persona. Be very stingy with your information, and in the book I try to teach you how to do that.
And you know what's crazy? Women don't need any help in relationships to snoop. They're already relationship bloodhounds. Don't give them super science technology to back their bloodhound relationship tendencies. Women know how to snoop now. You saying we don't? You saying women don't know how to snoop?
I'm not.
Tracy doesn't agree.
Necessarily.
Oh my gosh.
Well, no,
90%.
Men snoop.
I'm
was
not
Googled.
saying.
He snooped on
I'm
me.
not saying men do. I'm not saying men don't snoop.
Say people snoop.
Who is the better snooper, men or women?
People snoop.
Okay. I got an
Women
answer.
snoop on people they never met before, just to see how they look.
Called Boyfriend Tracker. This is an app that you put on your boyfriend's phone, and it not only resends all his SMS messages, the girl who's interested in it can actually turn his phone on remotely and can turn the camera on in the phone and see what he's doing behind her back.
Wow.
Can you see that on your phone?
Oh, yeah, it comes right up on your phone.
What is the name of the app? One more time. We got to get that out there.
It's called Boyfriend Tracker. It's Brazilian. Rastreador de Enamorado. But there's a lot of them out there that will, as long as you can sneak it into somebody's phone, they will give all this information. But it is a bad thing to do. You've been warned. It's a very bad thing for your relationship.
Let me just say this, Dr. Future, you were a great guest, man. I so appreciate you. Whenever you want to come back, please come back, man. This was good information.
My pleasure, guys.
All right, thank you so much. We got to go to break. When we come back, we gonna go even deeper. The relationship password. Is privacy alive or dead? Sounds a little dead to me. We'll holler in a minute. Holla!
Holla!
We can't afford the nice things. I know niggas in my hood that make a living off of gambling and dice games. Where your money comes slow, you respect it better. He got more.
Hello, T Radio V.
Hello for us.
Hi, guys. My name is Steve Renazizi.
My name is Mary Elizabeth Ellis.
My name is Katie Aselton.
You're watching TV on the radio, but you're not watching it, you're listening to it, because radio on TV.
Hi, T Radio V.
Keep that radio going inside that television set.
I love T Radio V. Trust her.
T Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Hi, this is Slim Jim Phantom, and you got the big beat. We're gonna take this music into the 22nd century. We deal exclusively in rockabilly music. Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, Chuck Berry, Little Richard, Richie Valens, Wanda Jackson, Janice Martin, the Everly Brothers, Johnny Cash, and everybody else. Thank you so much for supporting the Big Beat here on T Radio V.
What's up, y'all? It's E. Don.
And I'm David Pink.
And we are the hosts of the Real Talk Show that airs every Tuesday.
You so serious?
Real life, real topics, real subjects.
Shop Talk, David Pink.
Real
Yes.
people.
Taking over.
Your
What y'all
homie Don
think?
Juan providing the vibes.
Oh, yeah, he does every week.
Oh, man, we
What's
need
up,
y'all
Don
to tune
Juan?
in every Tuesday, 6 p.m. to 7. T Radio V. Radio and TV.
It is radio.
Radio and TV.
You're crazy.
Let's do another one.
Well, howdy, I'm Miss Laura, host of Miss Laura's Civil Wars. We do it every Saturday at 10 a.m. We talk about what's in the news that everybody's fussing and fighting about this week, because y'all are rude. We have a roundtable of media experts, and we bring in celebrity guests from the world of entertainment. So join us on Miss Laura's Civil Wars every Saturday at 10 a.m. on TRadiov.com. Radio and TV.
T Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Of us also use it to do simple maths, like 9 times 6 or 7 times 8. That's a bit lazy and unnecessary, some might say. The trouble with that is that we don't know what 7 times 8 is. We slack to use the brain. As a result, it becomes slow, and simple equations like that become head scratchers. Thus, if there's no calculator around, or when you need to know, you find yourself frustrated in a deep hole that you cannot get out of. You're not sharp enough to get something so simple swiftly. It annoys you, and some more than other.
And take away principles and practices for increasing your level of focus. So being able to pay attention to any one thing or person, to actually be able to be there and be present. Like nobody's present anymore. Like everybody's in some state of constant partial attention. Have you noticed? I mean, I had this experience, I said good morning to somebody and she said fine.
2.5 hours of music each day, along with almost 5 hours of TV and movies, almost 3 hours of internet and video games, and 38 minutes of good old-fashioned reading. That's 75 hours of media a week. Oh, and it doesn't include the hour and a half spent text messaging each day and the half hour chatting on the cell phone, just one of the gadgets that makes all of this possible.
You don't have to sit down in front of a TV anymore and watch television at the time a show is broadcast. The kids can watch it on their laptop in their bedroom. They can watch it on their cell phone on the bus on the way to school.
Now, as for homework,
if you are trying to study and you on Facebook, you get really distracted.
turns out that multitasking has a price. Among the heaviest media users, about half get C's or lower in school, while only a quarter of light users report bad grades. You get a Facebook page?
No.
No. Why not, Mom?
Still a little too young.
With watchful parents, 10-year-old Katie Semak is in the minority. Only around a third of the kids surveyed say their parents put limits on TV or computer use. But in houses with even minimal guidelines, kids' media consumption drops by nearly 3 hours a day.
When parents set guidelines, it actually has an impact.
When I was a kid, we actually played with sticks. There's no putting the digital genie back in the bottle.
Hey, maybe a virtual stick.
A virtual stick. So the best you can hope for, Mom and Dad, a little more moderation.
We're kind of living in this perpetual state of distraction and interruption.
Which is dangerous because
that mode of thinking crowds out the more contemplative, calmer modes of thinking.
And that focused, calm thinking is actually how we learn. It's a process called memory consolidation.
And that means the transfer of information from our short-term working memory to our long-term memory. And it's through moving information from your working memory to your long-term memory that you create connections between that information and everything else you know.
So you've got this awesome life-changing piece of information in your short-term memory, but then you hear that email ding and poof, there it goes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell me we ain't living like that. How many people you know, right, in relationship, maybe it's you, go to bed with the cell phone. You in bed with your woman. You texting, you on Facebook, or she playing Candy Crush, or playing one of those little farm games with the little animals, right? Again, technology isolates and insulates. Now, I think it's isolates and insulates, right? My profile, right? I'm a personalized, remember, everything's personalization, right? I'm a customize and personalize this. I'm in my own little virtual world, not knowing that you're subtly killing intimacy.
Yes.
Right? Because the number one form of communication for teens is what?
Smartphones.
Texting.
That's all
They have a cell phone, but they won't talk to you.
No.
Right?
Right.
Everybody knows by now, my son, just committed to the University of Auburn. And Bruce Pearl came out with his coaching staff last week and met with us, before, he went to school. And we were sitting down talking and strategizing plans, as far as academics and what he needs to do at school now. And he told us, he said, man, your son is good. Because when I text him, I may text him a bunch of stuff, and he'll respond with a paragraph. So most kids respond with, gotcha. Thanks, coach. 2 words. Your son will say, thank you, coach, and I'm working on this and that, and rehab went well. And he said, this is why we want him to play point guard, because he's a leader and he talks, he communicates. Most of these kids are talking through a device and not to a person. I mean, it's a really isolating, insulating kind of thing. So how many people out there know this in their relationship or feel this in their relationship? You feel like maybe you're in a relationship with a woman or a man who's in relationship with their cell phone.
Yeah,
right?
if I'm out on a date with somebody, or if I'm even just at a meeting with somebody, I observe them and their social media. And, like if you're at a table with somebody and most of the time they on the phone, that's all I need to know about you. Get the hell away from you.
Wow. Wow. That's a good point. That's a good point. We got callers on the line. Ronan, you're on line number 2. Holler at us.
I like how you said on a date.
Ronan?
A date don't mean.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, man? How you doing, brother? Welcome to the Zoe What Show. Talk to me.
Hey, maintain it, man. I'm definitely glad you guys came on this topic because, this has been a situation I've been seeing as of late. Seeing how we were talking about how people talk at each other and not to each other, and it definitely affects how people. I remember when we were younger, we used to, on our social network was when we went outside and interacted with each other. We learned problem solving situations. We know how to do conflict resolution. But now you have people who just have these internet ultimatums, and when you're in a relationship with a chick, now it's just stuck with you have these ultimatums. So well, I need to see your password, or they're looking for someone to co-sign the lives that they're living. With Photoshop and everything like that, they can be something completely. They can be these avatars, these walking avatars until you meet them in person.
Wow.
So I think that while in some instances technology can help, in many ways it becomes a comfortable prison with amenities where we deal with. So that's why I always tell people, you need to be careful because you allow your comfort zone to become your coffin in many levels.
So, hey, brother, I appreciate that information. Thank you for chiming in. I'm glad I was able to get you on the line. I know you called in a couple of times a few weeks back, but thanks, man. We got Uncle Bobby on the line.
Hello, everybody.
What up, Bobby? Bobby.
Yes, sir, man. Y'all talking about telecommunications, man, and I know that I can barely just return a phone call these days, but the information I have heard today will be helpful going forward because I better mean what I say and say what I mean. That's my takeaway from what I've heard so far. Thanks for giving me a moment. And speaking of communications, we do need to have an emergency meeting and figure out what we're going to do with the Judases of our species. And we're going to start with Chris Carter. But back to the show, though.
Wow.
He sold his mom out on ESPN.
Wow.
I saw that.
Hey, but let's tie that in. That's a good point, Bobby. Let's tie that in.
To be in good favor with Massa.
Let me just tell you right now. If it wasn't for technology, would we know about the Jay-Z and Solange elevator fight?
Right.
Would we know about the Ray Rice punch to his wife's jaw? First off, we knew Ray Rice punched his wife before we even saw the second video because the first video showed him dragging her out of the damn elevator. Did we need to see the video to actually know that that's what was cracking? We knew something like that happened. So again, technology. And let me say this. I'm going to question the timing of the release of the Ray Rice video. And I'm saying that because I'm not saying I condone it. I'm not saying I condone domestic violence. Listen, I've been a part of domestic violence.
What, you got beat up?
I done got smacked and I done grabbed and choked and pushed and did some of that shit myself.
They coming to get you.
So let me just, I gotta keep it real. I'm a fucking human being and I got flaws and I've been on both sides of that coin. But I do know not every person who, or every couple that deals with domestic violence is dealing with a O.J. Simpson or dealing with somebody. You understand what I'm saying? Not everyone. We're a very ignorant society. We don't have enough knowledge about certain things, and they play to our locked-in beliefs. Right. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's interesting that video came out when it did. It came out right after September 8th when all the black people were coalescing together in protest of Ferguson, protesting big companies, and next thing you know, let's put this shit out. Listen, the NFL already had the video in April. Everybody already had it and everybody already seen it. So it comes out right when we decide to come together.
I have a question for you, Zoe.
Think about that.
So you're saying they threw us off because you haven't heard of the Ferguson word since. That's the new story.
That's right.
That's the new story.
Okay, let me tell you the next new story is ISIS.
How about it?
We looking for them now.
Right.
That's
They
the
want to
new
justify
bin,
going
that's the
over
new
there,
bin line.
setting up infrastructure.
That's right.
And I've been
That's all they want to do.
They're gonna justify spending $87 billion.
Wow. And I've been telling people for years.
But the Ferguson police can't afford cameras.
Oh no,
Exactly.
oh, no. Ferguson ain't even got radios in the car.
Hot
Hey,
mess.
listen, we got to take a quick break. When I come back.
In Detroit, they didn't even have gas.
Hey, we got to take a quick break.
Okay.
When I come back,
Man.
we're going to finish this.
I'm on the wrong show.
This is on right now. We'll be back. Oh!
Let's play a game. If I win, I get a back massage.
If I win, I'm going through your phone.
Well, you're all screwed.
Hi, we're Marissa and Juliana Stove, the Stove Twins, and you're watching T Radio V. That's radio in TV.
Hey, Cosmo here, inviting you to join me every Saturday, 11 a.m. PST, for another boozy rendition of Historic Holes. We uncover the history and the mystery, the dirt and details, and even some facts and figures behind your favorite drinking establishment. That could be a corner pub, a rickety saloon, an infamous bar or tavern. It's been around so long, it's bound to be a fire hazard. They are all historic holes. From coast to coast and beyond, I'll be joined by actors, comedians, musicians. I even had a plumber on once. That's Historic Holes. I'm your host, Johnny Cosmo, every Saturday at 11 a.m. PST, right here at the future of online broadcasting, T Radio V, and that's radio in TV.
T Radio V.
What did you play opposite Andy, Eric? Do you remember?
Andy and I worked as two employees at a network.
Okay. Oh, you're forgetting the other thing.
I played a news anchor, and He played a reporter.
Okay, but the other thing you did, the thing you did on the Andy Dick show, who did you play to Andy?
Oh, is that going to play my sister?
You played his wife, Denise.
Yeah.
Yeah, you played his wife.
Yeah.
You
So
guys
what's wrong
have
with that,
to-
Eliza?
Nothing's wrong with it.
He's got a great range as an actor.
Yeah, it just was funny.
Encounters with Eric and Eliza Roberts, Wednesdays from 2 to 4 p.m. on T Radio V.
I'm Louis Lombardi. And I'm James Gutierrez. Bringing you Celebrity Bookie every Thursday starting September 4th at 11 a.m. Pacific Time.
Every NFL game picked by this man right here.
Yep, gonna make you rich.
And fantasy stuff by me.
Fantasy stuff by him.
Fantasy football stuff.
On where?
On True Radio.
I think that's TV radio.
No, it's T
Radio V. T Radio V on radio
.com.
and TV.
TRadioV.com, I think, is what they want.
Tune in.
Radio and TV on the internet. Concept.
It's the bit.
T Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Hey, let me hit that shit from the back.
I'm trying to remake this movie. It's called 12 Years of Side Chick. I got 2 tickets to Paradise.
Yeah, so we did.
All right, so I was hit at the last minute with this opportunity to rant, and I'm going to take advantage of it. I want to say this. As people try and speak up for the brothers that, in my opinion, are being taken advantage of on television, you can have an opinion of what Ray Rice did in that elevator, but you can't define who Ray Rice is just from that one incident in the elevator, because no matter what, the woman married him. Adrian Peterson, I haven't seen the pictures that people were telling me about, but I know people get spanked with switches in the South. So all of the women, in my opinion, on social media who pile up on these guys, and when you take up for them, they say, oh, you are for child abuse, or you are for domestic violence. You're wrong. It's just there are people who see it a different way, and we know that they're just piling up on these guys to create a new bad guy. But I do want to say this to all of the ladies out there, and this is really going to make you mad. If you have had an abortion, and most of you have had a few of them, I want you to know that your womb is a lot, is more dangerous than that elevator Ray Rice was in. That lady got up. Them kids that you yanked will never get up. So if you've had abortions, you are domestic abuse. And it's about time somebody told you that. You never thought of that, did you? What if they had a talk show where your aborted kids could come back home and speak to you? What would be the name of that show? Hey, evil bitch. So I'm just letting you know, you're not the angel that TV is making you out to be. You've got some $500 duck responsibility things going on in your world. So, hey, think about that. I'm Corey Holcomb.
I have a question for Corey.
Wait a minute.
What?
Now that was a rant.
That
right
was a
there.
rant.
What?
That was a rant.
What happened?
Any questions? Oh, God. Abortion isn't child abuse?
Of course it is.
Abortion is the ultimate child abuse.
Wow.
Especially
you might not like the way he says it.
What is the truth?
But let's think about it.
You don't have to defend the truth. Abortion is the ultimate child abuse. Men can't have abortions. So if you really want to do the statistics of abortions, especially in the hood, I would say, this is fucked up to say, the place that's the unsafest in the hood is the womb of a thought. Wow. Nobody wants to hear that shit, though.
You got a question for him, don't you?
I want to go
Just
back
blew
to
your mind, didn't he?
defining
Just-
Ray Rice. Can we define Ray Rice for punching that woman the way he did?
Yeah, I definitely think that he needs to get some counseling
Cold
because there
cocktail.
is no, in my opinion, there is no excuse for closed fisting a woman.
Right.
You always open hand
Right.
the woman you love, in my opinion.
Right. So when Ray Rice is actually defined by that blow.
Yeah, and that's pretty bad.
Speak to
because
it.
He's defined by
Don't
it.
let him
If he had a whole
verbally
bunch
kick
of-
your ass
Right.
while you
Right.
sitting
Y'all
right
can talk
now.
to
You
me.
getting a beating right now.
Let's
I
say
am,
this is
and
your
I feel
sister
bruised
that
and
he
battered.
knocks out.
I got to go see him. But let me tell you something. If my sister still marry him, I'm going
Right.
to let her know
That's true.
that you
Okay.
putting
I agree.
everybody in danger.
jeopardy.
Everyone's
I
in
agree.
jeopardy.
You, me,
I agree.
and
Right.
him. That's what
Right.
that's
But
what
you
the ladies
also,
need to realize.
but you also need to understand that there's a certain amount of Stockholm syndrome involved in a lot of that.
What that
Right.
mean? You got to say Stockholm.
Right.
Because
Breaking
we
it
talk
down.
about this a lot, but
Stockholm
speak to this.
syndrome, falling in love with the abuser, thinking
Yes.
that, confusing that
But
with
can't you
love.
make the
Her
same?
daddy
but,
could have been an
but wait,
abuser.
But
Right.
wait, can't you make the
Confusing
same
that.
argument
Yes,
of
for him.
Stockholm syndrome
men.
for elite blacks who have fallen in love with the white oppressor that this government
Correct.
represents?
Yes.
People
Well,
make
Right.
excuses
We can make
for
that,
what
right?
they do.
You can go back.
You can come up with these
Sally
big
Hemings
words.
could have been, it may not have been love. It could have been Stockholm syndrome.
But
you know?
see,
so
see,
I
those-
understand
but
that.
see,
Let's
let's,
go back to
let's just go
slavery.
back into it and let's get
That's a
really.
weak response. Or
Let's just
I'm
go back
saying like
into
when
it.
women say I got Stockholm, what is it called? Stockholm
Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome. That's a sweet game right there. People come up with for making excuses for shit they do that's wrong.
Exactly.
Listen, if somebody hits you, it's your natural response to hit them back.
Not if you knocked
And-
out Cole on the floor of the elevator.
Okay,
Well,
but
she
let's,
didn't-
well,
she
let's
didn't
come
get
back.
sex to have a
She got
response.
spit on before she got on the elevator.
Well,
Am I
let's-
right?
right. But
she
let's
spit on him.
Well, that's what. No, I saw her actually pass a lick when they
Yeah,
was
when they
passing
was
that
off the-
hallway.
off the elevator.
But you know the women gonna
Yeah.
play the victim all the time. They Stockholm
But they
syndrome.
both
But wait,
victims in a
but
sense.
wait. Let's come
Stockholm
back to this
syndrome.
point.
Stockholm.
Let's come back to this point
God.
because we've done extensive
just
shows
I understand
on
what you're
domestic violence, and this is how America. First off, understand. I don't want to give away my talking points for my final thought, but understand. If we don't have enough information as a culture, all we have are our traditional views and beliefs. And they tend to be black and white. There's no
They do.
context,
That's true.
right? There's no
Right.
context. So, when you do the empirical study on domestic violence, there are different levels of it. So as soon as we see something, we automatically, based off of our black and white perspective, say, she crazy for being with that dude. Or he crazy for doing, and you don't understand the context of what created the situation.
Right.
Right? Not every abuser or not every abusive moment is handed out by a serial abuser. Not everyone.
But hold on.
Right? And most people don't understand that. They haven't done the research
Right.
to
It can
know
be
the
an
difference
isolated
and the
incident
tiers
as opposed
to
to-
understand it. Go
But
ahead.
your mind is being pimped. Let me tell you something. If abortion is child abuse, women are the ultimate child abusers. Especially in this country, if abortion is child abuse.
But I think-
now, if you don't
yeah.
look at abortion as child abuse, I guess the guys are the bad guys.
Yeah, but I think
I
we're
think these women who've been yanking.
I think we're misappropriating it
called to the
because
front. Right.
that's not domestic violence. It's a
Right.
different abuse.
Right.
But also, there is really just no excuse for abuse.
Whoa.
Period.
Whoa.
End of story.
On
Women
both sides.
can't hit men.
On both
period.
sides.
And men can't
Right.
put their hands on
Right.
women. It
Right.
can't be done on.
Right.
It's a two-way street.
Have you ever hit a woman?
No.
So Sean, if
I'll
I
give
come
it to you like this, though. I'm going to tell you like this. If that woman jumped all over Ray Rice, punched him or whatever she did, Ray could have made a choice and not got on the elevator. He could have went to the valet parking.
whoa.
He could have gotten his car. You have a choice.
Can I give
Men
you- can I
and
give you-
women have a choice.
First,
That's
let me.
realistic.
First,
I
let me.
have daughters.
Let me.
He better
I
have a
daughter.
choice.
I have a daughter
He
too.
better have a choice, or he gonna deal with Glock.
Magic Johnson.
I have a daughter
Magic
too.
Johnson said something about Ray Rice being whatever, but Magic Johnson brought that package home to his wife. What was worse?
That's abuse too.
Exactly.
That's another.
Everybody's
That's
a
another
hypocrite, man.
Everybody's
Right,
Everybody's a
but
hypocrite.
see, the
Yeah, I'm
birth
with you on
of the
that.
birth of hypocrisy is black and white thinking. It's absolute thinking. This is the absolute
That's
right
true.
way.
That's
When
true.
you say there's no excuse, first off,
There's no excuse.
There's an excuse
First
for him.
off,
I'll tell you why.
saying there's no excuse
There
for
is an
violence.
excuse.
But no, hear this out. Saying there's no excuse for violence is like saying flying pigs exist.
Right.
And I'll tell you why. Because aggression and violence is a part of the human condition.
Right. Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Period.
Right.
So to me, to say there is no excuse for abuse is a fantasy. And it's something we would hope to achieve through human evolution.
Right.
It's not something that we can legislate right now. Most people who say that don't understand brain chemistry.
No, I'm gonna legislate. No. Let me legislate it right now.
I'm just saying.
You cannot put no excuse for abuse in the same context. As soon as it crosses over the threshold to abuse, no one deserves to be abused.
So what happens? I mean, we not. First off, deserve is the wrong word.
Right.
It's not about deserving. It's listen. First off, we're not a spiritual
when you
society.
Say I hit you because you hit me back, you're saying you deserved it because you hit me.
No. That's tit for tat, and that's not necessarily deserving, right? When I talk about the reason why this is problematic,
that's true.
What happens is we approach it from a black and white stereotypical concept. Men are never supposed to hit women. And what it breaks down to is impact. If a man hits a woman, he hurts a woman, he breaks a woman.
Right.
So now there is this unidirectional kind of response in terms of responsibility. Right. And we never hold women accountable for creating an environment that produces a violent man.
In this country.
I'm just saying. And that is
it's other country where them bitches know they can get killed.
Right. And then look at it from this perspective. We are the type of culture that traditionalizes trauma. We memorialize trauma. Never forget 9/11.
Right.
Yeah.
Never forget the Holocaust. Never forget this. So we keep wounds alive. We turn wounds into heirlooms.
Yes. True.
Yeah.
True.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So now, Ray Rice hits his woman because he loses control, and it becomes the reliving of domestic violence for every woman who's ever gone through it.
Right.
And then they categorize him as an intimate terrorist. We'll be back with a break.
He becomes the symbol.
Now Robin Givens' all ugly ass is back on TV talking about Tyson.
First to the last, worst to the cousins to fill this class, living with another man's foot in your ass. Turn around like
Hi, I'm Sheriff John Bonnell. You're watching T-Radio. Radio and TV? What? That was perfect. Why are you asking me to do this after 12 drinks?
I'm Laura Samoza.
I'm Sterling Gardner.
And we are Between the Sheets every Monday here, 3 p.m., TRadioV.com.
T-Radio-V.
That's right. It's T-Radio-V, Radio in TV. What is that face?
She wants to see our hands.
That's Radio in TV. Wah, 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 wah.
We're not a couple.
Hi, I'm Christina Fulton. Watch my show Playing It Forward every Friday at 1 p.m. right here on T-Radio-V. Every Friday, I interview A-list celebrities, hot celebrities, top CEOs, and philanthropists in the world. We explore how are they making a positive difference in the world today. It's fun, new, hip. It's a great way to make a difference. So join me, Kyle, and DJ Chris Cruz as we discover what's what, who's who in the world of doing good. Every
T-Radio-V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Program number 1, called the 2015 program. What that does is it gets data from the service providers, like a Verizon, in bulk. And basically, you have call pairs. You have my telephone number connecting with your telephone number. There are no names. There's no content in that database. All it is the number pairs, when those calls took place, how long they took place. So that database is sitting there. Now, if the NSA, through some other sources, maybe through the FBI, maybe through a tip that went to the CIA, maybe through the NYPD, gets a number that where there's a reasonable, articulable suspicion that this might involve foreign terrorist activity related to Al-Qaeda and some other international terrorist actors, then what the NSA can do is it can query that database to see, Denny, does this number pop up?
The greatest amount of data that's being compiled on each of us today is self-contributed. Your location, your likes, your dislikes, your religion, your sexual orientation, how you vote, where you live, who your friends are, who your family is, what music you listen to, what books you read, all sorts of things that frankly are a window into your soul. All of these things are self-contributed. I can go to your Facebook page and obtain information equivalent to what people would pay a private investigator $10,000 a few years ago to go out and gather.
According to the New York Times, you don't have to be famous to have a biographer. You don't have to be president to have a biographer. According to the Times, we all have now, their phrase, a virtual biographer of our daily activities. And that biographer knows more about us than our best friends do. That biographer knows where we are every minute of the day. That biographer is the most effective spy, the most effective surveillance tool ever invented, and we pay it to spy on us. Our cell phones can tell a story about us that no one else can.
9/11 has provided a license for European countries, for United States, Australia, Canada, South Africa, and others to develop spying systems that affect all of us. So who here has an iPhone? Who here has a BlackBerry? Who here uses Gmail? Well, you're all screwed.
Perhaps the more important lesson is how free the intelligence services, not only of the US, but also in the EU, are to do whatever they like. I think it's very important to look at ways on how to strengthen scrutiny of intelligence services activities and surveillance of citizens, which at the moment is very much open and subject to very diverse legal settings.
These days, connectivity is vital for the economy and security, but individuals' right to privacy is a very high price to pay.
Wow, this is heavy stuff, man. Listen, we got a special guest on the line right now. David Polgar is a digital lifestyle expert who explores our evolving relationship with technology from an ethical, legal, emotional, and sociological framework. He's done TED Talks. He's been all over the world. This guy knows his stuff. Welcome to the So What Morning Show, David. Talk to us, man. How do we protect ourselves? Is privacy dead? Can we protect our privacy? How do we get out of this lock?
Listen, you know, you can smash your phone. You can take out your teeth like a conspiracy theorist, right? You know, in 12 Monkeys or something. But what it comes down to is privacy is not dead. A lot of people like Mark Zuckerberg 2 years ago predicted that it was dead, that millennials growing up, so-called digital natives, didn't really care about privacy. But it's turning out that people do, right? It's just the learning curve is really starting to kind of catch up, where we say, all right, well, how much do we want to contribute to the ability to really deplete our privacy?
Wow. So privacy being dead is intrinsically connected to our ability to participate. If we don't participate, we got privacy, is what you're telling me. Wow, he just said, I'm gonna nod my head.
Well, I guess that,
people watching me, but I'm just gonna nod. Yep. I love it.
You know, that's the whole digital footprint debate, right? I mean, you could try to eliminate yourself from any online kind of sources, but is that really the life that you want, right? I mean, most people kind of want to, is a positive digital footprint as opposed to no digital footprint. I mean, the truth of the matter is it would be really difficult unless you are living, out in the middle of nowhere in a yurt somewhere, with tinfoil on your head. It's very difficult to actually not be found.
So do you think like if a dude locked his girl in the basement and he got caught one day, he could be like, he just wanted us to have a chance in privacy?
That's Corey Holcomb.
I would probably draw the line at extreme violence. I'd probably say, if it sounds like somebody's in the basement, you got bigger problems than privacy. But truthfully, a lot of cops right now they utilize the smartphone GPS enabled to track the person down. So hopefully in that case, that actually would be a positive of tech being able to be being utilized. And maybe in the near future, we'll see what drones do if they're tracking that person to hopefully save the woman in the basement.
So David, are you telling me that the constant march forward of technology is really now, not only is it killing privacy because of people's willing participation in it, but now, because technology, it triples and doubles every 180 days or something like that. So now, living in a society without privacy is starting to be cool. It's like you said, the millennials. They're like, I don't really care about no privacy or not having it. It's cool, and this device or my interfacing with this device, I can't live without it. It's part of my. Go ahead.
It's all what everybody was forced to read in high school, right? George Orwell's 1984. So Big Brother has arrived, but is it something that, it's not necessarily something that's directly from the government, even though we listened to the video from Obama. I mean, most of it is, as the other video kind of portrayed, most of it is self-imposed, something that we're knowingly doing. I guess the key dilemma is always going to be, is the fact that we don't have a lot of privacy, comparatively speaking, anymore. Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? I mean, it's negative in terms of your own kind of individual freedom. The trade-offs could be hopefully increased freedom, maybe less bad actors. But that's the debate.
David,
right now.
Do you have any children?
Yeah,
okay.
I don't yet. I am married though.
You are married, and children are coming. What happens when you have a 17-year-old daughter, and she was sexting with her dude?
Yeah.
They break up, and then her dude is a little jerk and posts them on Facebook, Instagram, and tweets them or texts them to all of his friends. Are you going to be this cool with technology then?
And who are you going to say?
I think I would be pretty upset. I mean, this is where.
He's not really a jerk. He just used the shit she gave him.
Hey, let's get him. He's breaking up. I want to hear his response.
That leads to a lot of problems. I mean, truthfully, the good thing is if she is underage in the state, then it counts as child pornography. So you could actually get the guy on child pornography charges, and that actually happens in a lot of sexting cases. Wow. But if she is of age in the state, then it would actually have to go to what they call revenge porn, which is actually a big thing right now. A lot of exes, usually tends to be the guy post pictures. And it's kind of like Jennifer Lawrence times 10 there, Wow. So you have a lot of issues.
Why she can't just be a nasty bitch given to the game? That's all I'm asking, because that's what she is.
A what?
A nasty bitch.
We have
given
a beautiful
to the game.
queen sitting right here.
What? She don't. Bitches in the dictionary. I can't use the word bitch. Is that a thing?
But I think what Corey is saying is, you saying there is. They know nobody ever calls the woman out. Is what you're saying.
Why won't people recognize that little whores exist?
So you saying the man's daughter in the future might be a whore if she's sexting?
That man is a victim because she sent him a picture. What is he supposed to do?
He's a victim. How?
Yeah, he's a victim because it's like some unwritten contract that he the only one who's supposed to look at it. What if he got friends he close to? He want to show him pictures of the bitch. She sent the picture.
Wow.
Oh God.
What?
So
I see now why he's in scrubs. He should be admitted.
This
It's really a 5150.
Yeah, he is 5150.
Right.
He should
5150.
be
So
admitted.
coming back.
That's
We
what
got
it
the
is.
next, baby.
72-hour hold first.
Yes.
Now.
He on his way. He
Everybody
just
thinks the
dressed
man
well
is the
to
bad
get there.
guy.
Others.
Everybody thinks
In every
the man is the
I see
bad
what's
guy.
happening.
In every
The bad
situation.
by sending the pictures, right?
The girl was a whore for sending the picture.
Wow.
She brought drama into society.
Oh, my
If you put a
goodness, I
whore
can't.
in a church full of men who've been doing right for years, she gonna corrupt
Have
all of
mercy.
them.
Oh my God. So let me just say this,
Nobody
David.
say that though.
Yes.
Do you have a book? What's your website? How do my listeners connect and interface with you and get knowledge about what you have and what you do and your products and everything? How do they connect with you?
Sure. Yeah. They can stop by Twitter. I'm at Tech Ethicist. You can also go to my website. It's David Ryan Polgar, POLGAR.com. And I do have a short book called Wisdom in the Age of Twitter. But a lot of these issues, they're not solved. So it's an ongoing debate, as you see right now.
And the name of the book is Wisdom in the Age of Twitter. It can be found, I'm sure, Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, all of that, right?
Yep.
And what about
All
your
that,
what
yep.
about your TED Talks? Because I want people to go support you, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I have one on quote unquote mental obesity, talking about how we can't have critical thinking, good thoughts, because we're suffering from information overload. I did that one last October, and I'm doing another one on it's called Someone I Love Died and All I Got Was a Lousy Tweet. It's
wow.
Yes, it's dealing with post-death communication. There's a lot of new services out there that are allowing you to actually Skype with the dearly departed. You can Skype with your loved ones after they passed, based on an algorithm that they create of the person. One's called Eternomy, and it's out of MIT.
Wow.
What? Yeah.
Wow. Wait a minute, Dave. Don't leave.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Dave. Hold on.
Skype with
You
your
can
dead
Skype?
loved one.
It's
Yes.
psychic Skyping?
You can-
Medium
what it-
Skyping?
Medium Skyping.
Wait.
What?
If
What
I
it's
own
going
that
to do, and
company,
actually
they'll
it's kind
come
of
keep it
similar
going.
to that Johnny Depp movie that came out called
Yes.
Transcendence.
And take you in the scrub.
Called Transcendence. Yes.
Yeah, basically what it does is it would create a avatar for you, and then figure out, how would you talk? What are your hobbies? For example, if I died tomorrow, my wife could Skype with me, and I could just my dead I guess soul, if you will, would just look up in the Google Brain. Wait, what's the weather? What's going on in the news? And I would just start talking about it that way. So
In your
you've
voice?
seen that. It's kind of similar to what you saw with Tupac, with Michael Jackson, with the hologram.
with the hologram. Okay. All right.
And it's in your voice and everything.
Yeah, well, right now they're probably focused more on text, but in
Okay.
the future they're definitely talking about having some type of hologram or some type of avatar in your likeness.
Wow. Hey, David, I really appreciate you for coming on the show, man. When we do this topic or any topic similar to this, we're going to come right back to you.
Yeah.
I want
Please
you to
do,
come
man.
back.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a
Thank
great
you,
topic.
man. I appreciate you, man. Have a good one.
Thanks, David.
We're going to
You too.
take a quick
Thank
break.
you.
When we come back, more. The Relationship Password. So What Mornings is crazy. Holla.
Let's play a game. If I win, I get a back massage.
If I win, I'm going through your phone.
Well, you're all screwed.
Hey, what's up? It's Tom Logan in the house, and you're tuned into T Radio V.
Who's gonna win a Twitter award tonight? Who's gonna see their username up in lights? Who's gonna take home a mother-loving Twitter award?
Nicki Minaj is the mouthiest pinata I've ever seen.
Maybe poor people don't even like food. We don't know.
I met a cute girl the other day. She was like, follow me on Twitter. I was like, how about I just follow you in real life?
Give me a hand, yeah!
Oh, Twitter King at Peyton O'Swalt.
Close.
Yo, what's up? This your boy Kyle Master, and you're checking out T Radio V.
T Radio V.
T Radio V.
Hello, T Radio V. Love you guys. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
What it do? Is your man Money B from Digital Underground asking everybody to check out the Going Way Back Show, your home for classic hip hop, raw and uncut. Join me
and me, DJ Always,
as well as Ty Teasy, bringing you the old school new news every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here
on T Radio V.
That's right, Radio in TV.
V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Landslide ruling, Supreme Court justices voted 9-0 that police will be required to obtain a warrant before searching a cell phone from now on. The ruling stated that, quote, because technology now allows an individual to carry such information in his hand does not make the information any less worthy of the protection for which the founders fought. Our answer to the question of what police must do before searching a cell phone seized during an incident at an arrest is accordingly simple. Get a warrant. Chief Justice John Roberts admitted that this ruling will make it harder for police to stop crime in advance, but decided that's no reason to give cops a shortcut.
What if I have a password on my phone so you can't just push a button and instantly access all the information? Can the officer actually force you to give them your password?
They can ask you, and they can even lie to you. They can say, if you tell us your password, it's going to help you when we go before the judge. Remember, cops, generally speaking, don't have to tell you the truth. However, then this is important, they cannot force you to hand over your password. They may ask, they may try to persuade you, but if they do force you and you hand it over, then they've gone over the line. However, if you voluntarily disclose it, then that's free reign for them. So I would advise everyone, if you're at all worried about police looking at your phone, whether or not you committed a crime, which you probably don't know even if you have, given how many there are, but you should definitely password protect your phone. It's a great way to keep it safe from police.
If you want to go instantly off the grid, you can go instantly off Google Maps. You can go completely off. And so you're not, if you're in contact with, say, Foursquare or Google Plus or Facebook, and you have followers, and you don't want them to know your location, in the pocket, you're off.
Here's the pocket he's talking about. Randy Czar has created MIA Mobi to electronically hide your mobile device. We test it by using one cell phone to dial another.
Okay, so it's ringing, so we'll go ahead. Put it in there.
And after one more ring, it stops. The pouch's special lining keeps signals from going in or out. So, is it a needed product? We ask these guys, they all carry work phones.
It's great if I'm trying to dodge work, but since my boss is right here.
You would never do that.
I would never do that.
Yeah. So this seems like a horrible idea to you.
It's a horrible idea. I never would use something like that.
Hey, the Zoa Morning Show is back. Something to think about. Is the advancement, convenience, and expansion of technology, is it to humanity as the tracking collar is to the endangered animal? It's just something to think about. The only difference is humans willingly sign up for it and participate. Look, I got the iPhone 5 here right now. I mean, we sign up for it, right? And then like David just said, we like it. We want it.
Right.
And it's not cool if we don't have it.
That's right.
And then, go ahead, Corey.
But I'm asking you, Zoe, like when we talk about what we've done, why do people always talk about if you don't vote, you are a part of the negative shit in society? You know what I mean? But if you vote and these people are supposed to have your back, why are you still getting pimped like that? That's what I'm saying.
It's
like,
a great question.
I'm saying, like, why would you vote if you have common sense?
That's a big question, and we're going to get to it. Right now, we have a guest on the line, Sarah Carey. She is the producer of MTV's Catfish. It's a television show. It's a great show. My daughter watches it. It's off the charts. Listen, Sarah, come in and talk to us. How big? Hi. How are you? You good? How big is this catfishing phenomenon? I saw one where the little girl was acting like she was Bow Wow.
Yeah.
But she was lesbian, but she looked like a boy, but she faked like she was Bow Wow until the girl got there and saw that it was the lesbian version of Bow Wow. Like, that was real awkward.
Yeah, that was deep. What is scary about that is that started on Facebook. Since you watched the episode, I'm sure you saw that. And she had a fan page and pretended to be Bow Wow. She knew everything about Bow Wow. Wow. She even commented during his show on BET and was talking to the girl during commercial break.
Oh my God.
Wow.
What? Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? So, like, that's how deep it went. And then what, Max and Eve are always skeptical. We're all always skeptical. And the girl even was. She was a very smart girl. And she was talking to him about her life and her daughter and how bills were hard. And he sent her $10,000.
What?
Mm-hmm. I remember that. I remember that. I saw that episode.
What?
I remember that.
Yeah. And, it turns out you find out this girl, Dee, that was pretending to be Bow Wow, didn't have a job. She was an aspiring rapper. And how she got that money was getting it off of friends and family who were supposed to be supporting this career for her.
And to be able to do a television show on catfishing, it has to be pervasive. I know you got so many submissions of people trying to get on the show, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I don't have anything to do with the casting process. I know from talking to them that they get lots of stories, lots of people, and a lot of people lying and wanting just to be on television for their 15 minutes.
Right. There was one that was on there, and she was her cousin's catfish because she was angry with her about calling her a name, or she was her cousin's own catfish. And she was with her.
She catfished her cousin.
Her own cousin, and she was with her through the process of Neve and them trying to find her, and it ended up being the one sitting in the car with them.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Corey, would you like to ask Sarah a question regarding catfish? I mean, you on MTV too. You do Wildin' Out and all kind of stuff. Is this technology thing that crazy? Don't look like you. Look at Corey.
Man, you know you don't want me asking this lady nothing, question.
I have a question though. I do.
How you doing?
I have a question. If you don't mind me asking, I have a question because part of me feels like it's twofold. But part of me feels as though a lot of these people are looking for something that they're not, and so they really they want someone that looks like Rihanna or Beyonce, when they don't look like any of those things themselves. I remember one young man who had a girlfriend, but this girl was just so gorgeous, he was like, well, I got one, bird in the hand, but I just gonna, and what is that about? That emotional, what is that about?
That, for what I have come across while working on the show, is that people attach emotionally, even if it's just to an image, and it fulfills a hole in their life that they aren't getting either from family or friends or just from, their significant other in general.
And an avatar. An avatar.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Just an avatar of people. Yes.
Yeah, and I want to add that, Sarah,
that's Sean Collison asking you a question right now.
Hi, Sarah. I want to add something you just said was crucial, because in my new book, 7 Keys to Love, there's something about self-worth and people wanting to get what their self-worth predicts. And what you said nailed it, because they go emotionally trying to fill a void. And I found with a lot of what we did in the book was the best person to love is yourself.
That's hard.
And the combination is one.
That's hard.
But if you don't do that and you don't seek out self-love, which is organically innate, you're born with it, you sacrifice, and if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Yes.
That's what Big Mama said.
Yes.
Corey?
That's right.
That television show, it kind of reminds me of what Jerry Springer and Maury Povich do. You take advantage of people with mental disorders on that show, right?
I don't know.
Those people are,
some
of those people are
I would
crazy,
never
right?
say someone had a mental disorder on that show.
The Bow Wow
desperately.
The Bow Wow person, you don't think that something's wrong with that person?
I think to some degree you get yeah, but something's wrong with everybody. We're all a little crazy.
I did the Jerry Springer show.
Right.
The producers find the people who are crazy. They know something's wrong with them, and they just put them on display to be made a fool out of.
So listen, this is what we got to do really quickly, because we got to take a quick break. But let me just say this, and I want to ask this question to Sarah before I leave. Is invasion of privacy, and I'm speaking to you personally, like you dating somebody, or you married or whatever, say you with your husband, he's never done anything foul, or your boyfriend never done anything foul, and then you find out that he's just been trolling your Instagram, your Facebook, and broke down your password, been all through your cell phone. Is that grounds for relationship termination? that a deal breaker for you?
Personally, I think so, because the number one thing in a relationship is trust. And with my past boyfriends and things, if I didn't trust you, like I've given them my email passwords, my bank passwords, and like, hey, can you check this for me, because I can't. And even with breaking up, I don't think I've changed passwords because of a breakup, because I know that he's not going to go trolling through my things.
Wow. Well, let me just say this. I appreciate you for coming on the show. You were a great guest.
She's awesome.
This was on
Thank you.
fire. How do
Yes.
people connect with your show? How do they get to you?
To me personally?
Yes, to you personally. We seen your picture. They didn't put it up.
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm Rogue1283. I don't use my name. I try to be clever.
Ain't no clever, no, not no more. We already talked about the death of privacy. We gonna find you on
David
Twitter,
Colgar
and we
put
all
that
gonna
out.
follow
If
you.
you're on social media, your privacy is gone. That's just kind of the deal you've made with the devil.
There it is. There
Hey
it is.
Sarah,
And
I wanna cut a 7 Keys to Love book for the show, and make sure that some of those people have a chance when they leave.
Great.
There it is. Hey, I appreciate you,
They need
Sarah.
a chance, though.
Thanks for coming on the show. We got to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be wrapping it. But, dude, this is a crazy show with a lot of information.
It's awesome.
Hi, this is Casey Abrams from American Idol, and you are watching T Radio V. That was too corny. I loved it.
Hello, I'm Christina Foten from Playing It Forward at T Radio V every Friday at 1 p.m. That would be Pacific Standard Time. Ras Wojtek Aguilar had a show. I'm going to tell you we're going to be in the trenches looking for people that are not paying it forward. And if they don't pay it forward, yes. What do you have to say about this? This is horrible when people don't pay it forward. But tune in at T Radio V and we will help you figure it out before you get the axe.
Radio V.
So for those of you who don't know, this is Pepper.
Hey,
Pepper's in the house.
Yo.
How are you, Pepper? How are you?
Yeah, I noticed a new insignia change, and like, is that intentional or is that just like a refresher?
Oh, you mean the logo?
I call it insignia.
I felt like I was like, we're in Lord of the Rings right now.
It really?
We have an insignia, people.
Yeah. To me,
I thought it was like that new wave, like jazzy. Oh yeah.
I love that song. Speaking of which, we should all get that branded on us now because it's an insignia.
Okay.
The LA Music Blogcast, Thursdays at 8 p.m. only on T Radio V.
T Radio V.
I found the greatest invention this week. It's a bed that's made for cuddling. It's called the Cuddle Mattress. And look, you can slot your elbow in.
Oh my! And what about
Yeah.
the remote? That's my biggest concern.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, you would seriously.
I already lose my remote and I have a normal bed and it gets like caught in my blanket.
Yeah. You shag in one, and then when you get it all like wet and messy, you sleep in the other. And that's kind of what you need in life. You need like a bed to shag in and a bed to sleep in.
It's the Suicide Girls, Thursday, 6 p.m. on T Radio V.
Hey, my fellow thoughters out there. I'm Charles Shaughnessy. Check out my new show, Here's a Thought, with Charles Shaughnessy, August the 7th, 3 p.m. PST, right here on T Radio V. Now, you know I have a lot to say, but I want to hear what you have to say. So tune in, grab your phones, call me, tweet me, email me in the studio, and let's get this conversation going. Here's a Thought, starting August the 7th, 3 p.m. PST, right here on T Radio V. That's radio in TV.
T Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Can I see your phone? Yeah, sure. Check this out. It's a white iPhone 5. Nothing special.
You can get you one too.
Let's play a game. If I win, I get a back massage.
If I win, I'm going through your phone.
Well, you're all screwed.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Zoe What Morning Show is back, and as you know, you saw the intro, that is the final thought. Let me just say this about freedom and privacy. Privacy equals freedom, because in your private time, that's when you get to be vulnerable, that's when you get to be yourself, that's when you get to let your guard down and just be. We're in America right now. Everything about America is pretentious, right? There is no truth. There is no honesty, right? The American government is a corporation. What is a corporation? A fictitious business. Real people are acquiescing to the demands of a fictitious corporation. Now let that sink in for a second. I don't get to be myself at work because my biosurvival ticket money will be taken away from me if I am honest and truthful. Stephen A. Smith. He don't get to be honest and truthful on ESPN because there go your biosurvival tickets. Get them out the way, right? So our whole country is about pretension, which is a form of lies, right? I'm not going to tell you the truth because, it's politically incorrect, right? This is just the thing you should say. It's not polite. It's not whatever, right? So it's all based on a lie. Now, lies and black and white thinking. Right? Absolutes, social templates, stereotypes, right? All of these are in place. Pretension, stereotypes, all of these are in place, right? So now, on top of that grid, let's throw the death of privacy in on top of that. So now you can't even go in your door, close the door behind you and lock it and be you because you've got your personal biographer, right? All your taste buds, all your subtle nuances are being cataloged, categorized through your interface with social media, right? Let me tell you something. In order to craft the thoughts and behavior of a so-called free people, you've got to control the culture, personal belief, and history itself must be a play. We are all actors, and your role is prescribed by whatever belief system you have, and now that's not even private anymore. This is a cold game that's getting laid down. Let me tell you something. That's really, really, really heavy. The DSM, that diagnostic manual that people like Dr. G uses, psychiatrists use to diagnose mental illnesses, they've got one in there called ODD. And ODD is subtext for ADHD, right? This kid doesn't pay attention deficit disorder, which they've already proven is not real, right? They've already proven that it's not real, and they've been medicating kids for years, right? It's not real, but they've been medicating kids, right? ODD, oppositional defiance disorder. Don't stand for something. Now standing for something is a mental illness. So when you stand up and protest, this is bullshit. ODD. Listen, countries have used the the mental industry to control its population before. Russia's done it. America's doing it now. You can't even be a free thinker or a nonconformist thinker now. Do you understand? Do you see? Al-Qaeda goes away, but ISIS comes up. Listen, you pull out a dollar bill. I told my daughter this the other day. You pull out a dollar bill. There's a pyramid, bottom of the pyramid, 1776 in Roman numerals. Below that, New World Order in Latin. These motherfuckers been planning since 300 years ago. Don't think this shit just be popping up accident. Oh, damn, ISIS, where'd they come from? No. When you start going in and you start finding out with the Freedom of Information Act with the FBI, you start finding out, oh, they were funding both sides anyway. Why? Because I'm going to keep the population what they are. Population from the Latin populoso, meaning the masses of unlearned animals. I'm going to give you black and white beliefs so I can then present the opposition of your belief. That will give you something to fight against while I'm over here working on the real plan. So I have a nonconformist thought process as a government because I have to be inflexible, or I have to be flexible so I can, create different scenarios and situations and contingency plans, but I'm going to condition you to be inflexible so I can always maintain control of you. Do you understand that? Do you see the hustle in that? Look at what happened in Ferguson. That was like a pushing edge. People was like, fuck that. Black men and women have been at war with each other for a long time. We've had feminism. We've had the damn child support. We've had all kind of stuff that's been separating us. What's the county? You can't have no man in your house while you're getting government assistance. We done had all kind of stuff coming at us, right? But in a seminal moment where everybody was starting to say, this is the bullshit. When you saw pictures of Bloods and Crips protecting black businesses in Ferguson saying, don't come tear this up. Bloods and Crips? Let's put out this Ray Rice video. Technology, man. Anything that's through the media is designed to do what? Cultivate a thought process. Who you think Rush Limbaugh talking to? He ain't talking to your black ass. He talking to a constituency of people around the country that believe what he believes. That's why he's worth $400 million. You talk about Fox, they have a type of angle that they speaking to, the right wing, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't use information. Information is using you. And now you don't have any privacy. And in not having any privacy, you don't ever get to let your hair down and be you. How tough is that to live? And then you're afraid to stand up and fight for it. You're gonna be ostracized. Yeah, you're gonna be ostracized, right? You're gonna lose everything, right? This is the new world.
Yo, Zoe, you're amazing.
This is.
And talking to
They couldn't hear you, man. They couldn't.
Nah, man, you a game changer, man. This is a game changer.
I'm just saying this is what's happening in the world right now.
No.
You done though?
Yeah, like, come on, Corey.
No, I always told Zoe that, like, Zoe,
Zoe's a game changer.
He is.
Yeah, something's
one
different
of the
about
hidden
you,
gems
man.
in the game.
Hidden gem.
You know what I'm saying?
We have to get him out there though.
But you know what? It's like if Zoe was out there, they would make him an enemy.
They wouldn't.
No.
Zoe
what he
is-
just
Zoe
said
is
right
different.
there is information
Yes.
that the system
That's true. Yeah.
cannot
And the
have you.
system
You
that-
can't think that way.
You can't think
In
that
essence,
way.
Throw
I
off
see
what
you're
they're
saying.
trying to do.
Yeah.
It's not just a film.
Yeah.
You are divergent.
Yeah, he is.
But this is
He
what I'm
is,
saying.
Yes.
And again, you get looked at as abnormal if you're not in sync with the script.
You know who Zoe reminds me of? Tupac.
It's Tupac meets Deepak. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
I like
he's that voice.
Yes. Yes, but he's
No, I
gotta be
appreciate it.
underground.
Let's do it this way though. Sean, you promoted the shit out of your book, and I
Yes.
wanted you to do that.
Thank you.
Tell us where they could get it right now, and I urge everybody to do it.
Okay, Sean Collinson, 7 Keys to Love, Unlock Love on Purpose. What I believe is just love yourself. Make sure you get what your self-worth predicts, and you understand that there are 7 keys to figuring that out. So 7 Keys to Love is available at Amazon.com.
Thank you. My brother, WeJuice.com. Go get his juices right now. We Juice.
We
That's all.
Juice.
There it is. Corey, where you gonna be at, man?
Hey, I'm gonna be in Cincinnati this week at the Funny Bone, but I want to let all the ladies know sometimes when you have abortions, little particles of the baby get left inside you. So your new baby, when you have them, it might be a little skull over there on the side saying she might not keep you, man.
Oh God! Ghost babies.
Ghost babies.
Oh, God.
Go to ghostbabies.com.
Oh my
Meet the
goodness.
ones that didn't make it.
Twinkie!
Yes.
Talk
I'm
to
at
him on
Twinkie
Skype.
Bird on Twitter. Be divergent, not the population or the populoso Latin. Be divergent.
There it is. ODD, oppositional defiant disorder. If you're oppositional, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, I only have 50 copies left. I really need you to support this right now. Order right now at IamZoeWilliams.com. The final 50 copies of The Rebirth of Seeds, and my new book is coming soon. Also, HoleInTheHead.com. They experimented on this brother. Y'all need to go support HoleInTheHead.com. His story, his DVD, it's amazing. Please support. Hey,
Juice.
And also, call me. I'm about to tweet out the number. Call me at 2:30. Me and Veronica Conway are going to do another conference call. I'll talk to y'all in a second. I love y'all. See you next week. Deuces.
You are watching T Radio V, Radio and TV.